You got your own thing to think. You got your own way to be.
Hey, guess what? It's Friday.
Yeah, man.
You know what I've been doing it?
Yank it, baby.
Exactly. Again, we'll be starting shortly after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, but wait a second.
No, yeah, after 7 o'clock, Jim. We'll be starting shortly after 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, please go outside, find a bucket somewhere in your own house, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. Again, trivia will be starting shortly after 7 o'clock. I can't guarantee the game's going to be any good. But what do we want me to do? I'm still stuck at home because all these politicians, you know what I got to say.
Those people are assholes, and you can tell them I said so.
I got a little taste of freedom on Monday. You know, we had a game over at Bar Nancy. Now I'm back to doing this at home only. So at this point, I have to ponder if I should.
Retire.
But not yet.
Roy!
Exactly.
That son of a bitch is huge.
He is. But I'm working on it.
Rectum.
Not working on that. However, things are getting tight, so if you can.
Only $50.
Larry King would approve. Even.
Give me $15. I'll put in a word for you with the Lord.
I'm dying over here.
Don't let the nice clothes confuse you.
I pooped my pants.
And I had to change. And we have 3 rounds of questions. That's 10 questions each, which is...
About 30, man.
Some people I did see on Monday, I got caught up with them. They let me know what they've been doing.
A lot of masturbation went on.
Yep. I also like to thank the great people at the Miami-Dade County government, and especially our great mayor, Carlos Jimenez.
He's an asshole.
Yes, I agree.
Hey, asshole.
Exactly, because
He's an asshole.
screwed things up for me again. You know, trivia is one of those things that does not require violating any social distancing. People pretty much sit in the same tables, the same way if they were eating. So what's the point? What's the difference? I didn't do the raffle in the sense that people didn't have to come to me to get prizes. I told them to stay in place and dance, and we did it that way. But you know what happened? It ended up back here doing it only at home. So
I'm dying over here.
Oh, my God.
we're almost time. And we'll be starting shortly after 7 o'clock.
Yes.
You know, I had a little commentary towards Betsy DeVos as well.
You bitch, you slut, you whore.
It's, what's it called? The copyright-friendly music that I play here.
All right.
That's all I got.
Are you sure?
I'm sure this is what I got.
Ay, Papa Juan Pablo.
A little background because you're wondering why I'm so dressed up. Today is my 16th wedding anniversary date. So I decided, even though we can't really go anywhere, we get dressed up. Then we're going to drop the kids off at their grandmother. We're going to hop in the car and we're going to cruise like we were the old days, cruising the Grove, the beach, and then come back home. Not going to get off anywhere. Not going to see anybody. Not going to do anything but drive in the car, listening to music, and come back home. After I'm done with all that, I'll edit the video of this game and put it back up on YouTube. But that's why I got dressed up.
Are you sure?
I'm sure that is the reason I got dressed up.
Caca, poop,
All right.
listen. What else? What am I missing?
Don't believe me, we don't want. Also, we decided we're not going to make fun of Bernie Roses anymore. He sent the message. I have it right here.
It's a lie. I am not a Nazi.
He is. But I figure I'll stop picking on him.
Oh, my God.
All right, it's almost 7 o'clock. Danny's here, everybody.
Caca, poop, listen. What else? What am I missing?
All right.
Cunt's in the house.
Absolutely correct, sir.
All right, it's Friday. It's after 7 o'clock. It's time now for home trivia. If you don't already have a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside, grab a bucket now. Buckets are available somewhere in your house. Or if not, grab that little garbage can that's somewhere in your bathroom. Go grab a bucket now. We get started with tonight's game. First, let's go over the rules.
It's Friday, you bastards.
All right, as always, we have a one-player minimum per team. But if you are near people you don't know, please stay 6 feet apart. One player minimum per team. Grab 3 sheets of paper, number them 1 through 10. Number them 1 through 10, or get one big piece of paper and make 3 columns with 1 through 10 written on them, because we have
About 30, man.
about 30 questions. So
About 30, man.
is what you need to write down. Remember, feel free to scream and shout the answers all you want. Nobody can hear you but the people in your own house, so go outside if you want and scream and shout the answers, because nobody you're playing against is next door to you either. No looking up the answers or posting and please don't post the answers on the comments. So please don't look up the answers or post the answers in the comments. Remember, you're playing with yourself, so you would only be cheating yourselves. I don't have any prizes to give you, so there's no reason to cheat anyway. We're pretty much doing this just for fun and to have some idea of what it used to be when we were allowed to hang out together.
Absolutely correct, sir.
And hopefully one day we'll get back together and do this in person.
All right.
We did it last Monday.
Are you sure?
Yes, I saw some people.
All right.
So maybe one day we'll do it again.
Another break already?
No, not another break. We'll do it again soon. I'm enjoying that soundboard. All right, questions round 1 are worth 1 point each. Question round 2 are worth 2 points each. Question round 3 are worth 5 points each. You're playing first and second place. Will give yourselves prizes if you win. It doesn't make a difference. I have nothing to give you. So give yourself prizes if you feel you won. But if you can, please take pictures of yourself while playing and tag at Trivia Mammy at any one of the social media outlets. I didn't get anything last week, but I did have a picture of myself, which I'll put up in a minute. Remember, we're also going to pull out our stubs and dance in the Lucky SOB raffle, where my son will win all the prizes. Here's me at Bar Nancy on Monday. A couple people showed up. Some people I didn't know were there. We had a good time. It was fun. Did it a little different. It's kind of strange doing it from the top of the stage. Hopefully we'll do it again soon once, that asshole in power changes his mind again. I think somebody needs to give Carlos Jimenez a laxative so he can finally take a shit and stop changing his mind every 5 minutes. But we'll see what happens. All right, here's our legal disclaimer. If you can read small and fast, you can read that thing. Yeah, it's Carlos Jimenez.
He's an asshole.
So, in other words, since I don't have no idea when I will be making income again, since things keep changing, anything you guys can do to help me out, if you want to throw a little bit my way for my anniversary as a little gift, or whatever you want to do, or if you don't want to, it doesn't matter. If you don't have anything, it's fine as well. Just, those are the links if you can. If you can't, just tell people to come play with us. The more people that are playing, the better it'll be once we do get past all this, so we can have more people playing at the bars, and the bars will benefit from the whole thing in the end. Right now, let's get started with tonight's game. It's time now to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. I just realized, where's my timer? Still in the box for Monday. I also don't have my raffle tickets for the raffle. See, I wasn't prepared. My son almost didn't win anything. All right, let's get started. Round 1. Question 1. True or false? Australia is wider than the moon. True or false? Australia is wider than the moon. All right, question 2. What did Billy Batson have to shout in order to turn into Captain Marvel? What did Billy Batson have to shout in order to turn into Captain Marvel? Any of my astute observers out there will notice that I got this thing now. I don't have to use this thing anymore. Gives me more room to move my hands around to hit all the things here. Before I had to like move my hand around to get to the mixer. All right, question 3. What U.S. state's name is the first M in the 3M company? A, Michigan, B, Minnesota, or C, Montana? And what U.S. state's name is the first M in the 3M company? Michigan, Minnesota, or Montana?
Listen, you know me, I don't need no introduction. Yeah, everywhere I go, the people love me. Yeah, cause I bring the party in the homies. Yeah, vibing out now.
All right, question 4. Which store character is also mentioned in the 1994 movie The Mask? Which store character is also mentioned in the 1994 movie The Mask?
Yo, walk in, they already know my name. Working so hard, trying to maintain. Fell in love with it, now it's my lane. If you think you're coming for me, you are insane. When I love a lot. When I love a lot. When I love a lot. When I level up. When I level up. When I level up. When I love a lot. When I love a lot. When I love a lot.
The hell is this song? Exactly.
Eisner?
I have no idea.
Dumb son of a bitch.
That's the mayor. That's the Miami mayor. All right, question 5. What soft drink was first marketed with hillbilly-themed advertising since its name is a euphemism for moonshine? What soft drink was first marketed as a hillbilly-themed advertising since its name is a euphemism for moonshine? Had trouble getting that one out.
First class bitch.
Exactly.
All right.
Walk in, they already know my name. Working so hard, trying to maintain. Fell in love with it, now it's my lane. If you think you're coming for me, you are insane. When I love a lot. When I love a lot. When I love a lot. When I level up. When I level up. When I level up. When I love a lot.
All right, question 6. Which New York newspaper was founded by Alexander Hamilton? A, the New York Post, B, the New York Times, or C, the Wall Street Journal? Which New York newspaper was founded by Alexander Hamilton? The Post, the Times, or the Wall Street Journal?
Let your mind be free. Shift when the fog lifts, you can finally see. There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo. Your frequency.
He is a stunt. Yeah, that's true.
Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappear when you feed the fear. There's a feedback loop, the warp like distortion. Keep your mind sharp like a swordsman.
All right, question 7. What is the national fruit of both India and the Philippines? What is the national fruit of both India and the Philippines?
Transform a pile of wisdom to nihilism. It's the lands everything look dark through in the middle of the night when there's no light to argue. Everything feel kinda cold when your own mind hold you hostage in a blindfold. But you can shapeshift, break out the matrix, hack your feedback loop when it play tricks. The world's gonna look how you feel. Keep your soul in control and the power's real. It's a tightrope, you can't ignore danger. But the more you're scared of it, the more it changes you. Your heart sending messages, transmitting. Tune into the right bandwidth and listen. Less stress, let your mind be free. Shift when the fog lifts, you can finally see. There's a feedback loop that delay.
All right, question 8. What daytime soap opera takes place in the fictional town of Salem? What daytime soap opera takes place in the fictional town of Salem? Since it is my wedding anniversary, I'll tell you one of the first things I said to my wife when I first met her.
Oh my God, your breasts are beautiful. Oh my God.
Meanwhile, what gets kicked to the curb, compassion get trashed when you're getting disturbed. It's a little absurd what turn ghost when you need it most. Love for all folks, gotta keep it close. We just spokes on a wheel, keep it turning. Even alone, keep the home fire burning. Each person, one light in a constellation. We share demons, so that's how we gotta face them. Break the family ties and we're paralyzed.
All right, question 9. Mycology is the study of what? A, bodies of water, B, fungi, or C, volcanoes. Okay, mycology is the study of what? Bodies of water, fungi, or volcanoes?
Less stress, let your mind be free. Shift when the fog lift, you can finally see. There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo. Tune your frequency up and let go. Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappear when you feed the fear. Yo, when we all unify like a chorus, then we stand strong like a forest.
And finally, question 10, everybody's favorite question. Florida or not Florida? I'm going to read a news headline. You need to let me know if you think it's Florida or not Florida. The only two possible answers are Florida or not Florida. Here we go. Man driving stolen vehicle crashes into woman driving stolen car. Is that Florida or not Florida?
Better watch what you say, 'cause you know I don't play. Talking like you do, I know what's up. Talking like you want me to call my bluff. I can make one call, call my bluff. I can make one call, try me up. Talking like you do, I know what's up. Talking like you want.
All right, that's the end of round 1. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, true or false, Australia is wider than the moon? Question 2, what did Billy Batson have to shout in order to turn into Captain Marvel? Question 3, what U.S. state's name is the first M in the 3M company? A, Michigan, B, Minnesota, or C, Montana? Question 4, which Thor character is also mentioned in the 1994 movie, The Mask? Question 5, what soft drink was first marketed with hillbilly-themed advertising since its name is a euphemism for moonshine? Question 6, which New York newspaper was founded by Alexander Hamilton? A, the New York Post, B, the New York Times, or C, the Wall Street Journal? Question 7, what is the national fruit of both India and the Philippines? Question 8, what daytime soap opera takes place in the fictional town of Salem? Question 9, mycology is the study of what? A, bodies of water, B, fungi, or C, volcanoes? And Florida or not Florida, the headline reads, man driving stolen vehicle crashes into woman driving stolen car. All right, please check your own answer sheet. See if those are the answers you want to stick with before we reveal the answers. And again, any little bit helps. As you know, everything got put on standby again, so I have no idea when I will make any kind of money again. So if you can hook it up, hook it up. If you can't, that's fine. Just keep coming and joining us here. Either way, I appreciate you all. One way or the other, it doesn't matter.
All right.
You're all great to me. So if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's fine. I understand. I am myself broke. So if you're broke, it's fine, but I'll still be here every Friday until Sandbar opens and is allowed to be open to everybody. But right now, let's get ready for the raffle. I have one kid ready and willing there. We kind of changed the camera angle a little bit. The other one is on standby waiting to see if he wins anything. So let's get this going. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'm going to pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. I don't know what kind of prizes my daughter has for him, but he's still going to win them. So I'm going to pull out the first number. Let's see what she gives him. $575. $575. You won? Dance.
What time is it?
All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. $571. $571. Dance. Hey, it's Skeletor. It was Skeletor. He broke Skeletor. All right, he won. I lost, and you didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie who will be dead soon. And finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer going out to the following number. And it's not a beer, it's an iron beer because he's 12. When he's 21, he'll get a beer. 568, 568. Dance.
B stands for Broncos, BMW, Bengals, and the Bell.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And that concludes our lucky son of a Bernie Ralph for this round. He still has more tickets, so he'll be back after round 2 and 3 of tonight's game. That song gets stuck in your head after a while.
Brad Pitt God. You just can't beat this celebrity meet.
Damn it.
I can go on forever with that. All right, let's go over the answers from round 1. Question 1 was true or false. Australia is wider than the moon. That is true. Don't ask me why. Let me get all this back in order.
About 30, man.
There it is. Question 2. What did Billy Batson have to shout in order to turn into Captain Marvel? Shazam. What U.S. state's name is the first M in the 3M company? Minnesota. If it would have been Michigan, I would have had that soundbite ready, but it's not here on this board, though. But it's Minnesota, actually. Minnesota's the right answer. All right, question 4. Which Thor character is also mentioned in the 1994 movie The Mask? Loki. It's the Mask of Loki. I tried putting on a mask. It didn't do anything for me. They make me wear a mask every day when I go out of this house. It doesn't change me in any way. All right, what soft drink was first marketed with hillbilly-themed advertising since its name is a euphemism for moonshine? Mountain Dew. Piss in a bottle. Actually, I like Mountain Dew. I'm not drinking it anymore. I stopped drinking sodas, but... Question 6. Which New York newspaper was founded by Alexander Hamilton? The New York Post. He'd be so proud of what it's become these days, right? I mean...
Absolutely correct, sir.
Actually, it's more like this.
A stench of cow manure hovers over this performance by the Dolphins.
That makes sense every year. All right, question 7. What is the national fruit of both India and the Philippines? The mangoes. And remember, you can catch my web series, Under the Mango Tree, on Facebook and Instagram at Ravello Mango Tree. New episodes daily, 4 days a week. Check it out. I tell weird stories from my past. Question 8. What daytime soap opera takes place in the fictional town of Salem? Days of Our Lives, like sands in the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Question 9. Mycology is the study of what? Fungi. Florida or not Florida? Headline read, man driving stolen vehicle crashes into woman driving stolen car. That was not Florida. That was Oregon. But as soon as they saw each other, you know what it was. Where'd the soundbite go? I had a soundbite. There it is. All right. Don't want to play it too long so I don't get copyright claimed. All right, these questions are 1 point each. Add them up. Put your scores in the comments. Argue amongst each other. See if these are the scores. Are accurate or not. Argue. Don't listen to anything Mr. J says. He pretty much has 9 points. And we're going to take a quick commercial break so my daughter can get me some water, and I'll be right back.
I love this song. What station is that? Coast 97.3 FM.
to find.
Great song. What station is that? It's Coast 97.3 FM.
And I can change.
I love this song.
Me too. What station is that?
Ever wonder what radio station you're listening to? For the most music throughout your workday, listen to South Florida's Coast 97.3 FM. The best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today with less talk.
Grand Prix's new track. Grand Prix is bigger, longer, and faster. Feel the thrill of the hairpin turns. Then speed down the long straightaways. Grand Prix. Race your friends in the true spirit of Grand Prix competition racing. Feel the roar of the engines as you race the big challenge on Grand Prix Race. Open 7 days and nights. Take I-95 or Exit 12 on the Turnpike. Grand Prix on 441 just south of State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale.
Take your family, go with your friends to good times where fun never ends. Be there. The fair, it's all there. The fair, be there. The fair, be there.
The Dade County Youth Fair and Exposition. Be there.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
All right, I'm back. All right, let's get started. Round 2. Time again to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Round 2, question 1. What came out first, Dying Young or Flatliners? Both directed by Joel Schumacher and starring Julia Roberts. What came out first? This is always obviously supposed to be back when he died a couple weeks ago. I was going to use it as a tribute question, but things passed. I was supposed to use it at Bar Nancy that first Monday. Ended up using it last Monday. I'm using it today. But it's late, but it's still here. A tribute to Joe Schumacher. Guy who put nipples on Batman. And if we're hearing the same songs again, it's because the playlist had to rerun again. So. All right, question 2. Which car company's name roughly translates to 3 diamonds? Which car company's name roughly translates to 3 diamonds? All right, question 3. In what country was the Michelin Guide first published in 1900? In what country was the Michelin Guide first published in 1900? Question 4 is always Czar. Ain't no bum cover. I don't have a fake one this time. Going straight to an album cover. Whose 1992 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Whose 1992 album is that the cover for? All right, question 5. A-Rod signed a letter of intent to play for the Canes in 93, but decided to go straight to the pros with what Major League Baseball team? And A-Rod signed a letter of intent to play for the Canes in 1993, but decided to go straight to the pros with what Major League Baseball team? All right, question 6 is always our movie clips. I'm going to play a clip from a movie. It was released in 1994. If you know what it is, write it down. I'll play it once with just the sound and once with the words up on the screen. Listen closely.
I come home one day and the house is completely empty. And I mean completely empty. She even took the ice cube trays out of the freezer. What kind of a sick bitch takes the ice cube trays out of the freezer?
One more time.
I come home one day and the house is completely empty. And I mean completely empty. She even took the ice cube trays out of the freezer. What kind of a sick bitch takes the ice cube trays out of the freezer?
What movie is that from? Write it down. All right, question 7. What was the name of the strip club on The Sopranos? What was the name of the strip club on The Sopranos? All right, question 8. What was the name of the Cartwrights Ranch on the TV show Bonanza? What was the name of the Cartwrights Ranch on the TV show Bonanza? All right, question 9. Which planet has a great dark spot? Which planet has a great dark spot? The great dark spot. And finally, question 10, last question in this round. Which artist founded the record label Aftermath Entertainment? Which artist founded the record label Aftermath Entertainment?
Y'all let her do everything but the work. Never learn, stop counting pockets. Success is defined by what you do when no one's watching. Too consumed with ownership for any other topic. If addiction is genetic, you can say I got it honest and it's getting the best of me.
All right, that's the end of round 2. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, what came out first, Dying Young or Flatliners? Both directed by Joe Schumacher and starring Julia Roberts. Question 2, which cars company roughly translates to 3 diamonds? Question 3, in what country was the Michelin Guide first published in 1900? Ain't No Bump Cover, whose 1992 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. 5, A-Rod signed a letter of intent to play for the Hurricanes in 93, but decided to go straight to the pros with what Major League Baseball team? Movie clip, 94.
I come home one day and the house is completely empty. And I mean completely empty. She even took the ice cube trays out of the freezer. What kind of a sick bitch takes the ice cube trays out of the freezer?
What movie is that from? Question 7, what was the name of the strip club on The Sopranos? Question 8, what was the name of the Cartwrights Ranch on the TV show Bonanza? Question 9, which planet has the great dark spot? And question 10, which artist founded the record label Aftermath Entertainment? All right, please check your own answer sheets. Figure out if those are the answers you want to stick with. If you want to throw a little thing bit my way, obviously I'm not having a good day at this point since this whole thing crashed on me. But I got it back up and running, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll make it through the whole game. But if you want to if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's all right. It doesn't make a difference. At least you're here. And if you can bring more people to watch this, then especially bar owners, and let them know that once they're allowed, they can, hire me. Dave, Broward, whatever. I'll go anywhere. Just, spread the word that I've been doing this online. This is pretty much for the regulars of Bar Nancy, the Bend, Sandbar, and, who knows what we'll be afterwards, but this is where we are right now. We're home. We have nowhere to play but here. But I got the kids in place, well, at least one of them. And it's time now for another round of tonight's raffle. Hopefully the computer won't fall apart. Here we go. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'm pulling up out of this bucket. And every number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. So I'm going to pull out the first number, and then my daughter up there, Leticia, she will give him the prizes. I'm not sure what she has for him now, but I got the prizes. I had the tickets, and she's got the prizes. It's her birthday on Tuesday, by the way, if you want to hook her up, too. 565, 565. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Stay with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. She turns 14 on Tuesday. 569, 569. Dance.
Lucia. Oh, yeah. Lucia. Lucia.
All right, he won. You didn't. Stay with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Wait for the good part. It was great being on that stage on Monday. Hopefully I'll be back there soon. All right, finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer, but he can't get a real beer. He gets an iron beer. Going out to the following number. 595, 595. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Stay with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Not the lucky son of a Bernie raffle this round. He still has more tickets, so he'll be back after round 3. All right, let's go over the answers. Give me a second, the bucket fell. There. I got the bucket back up. Let's go over the answers from round 2. Question 1, what came out first, Dying Young or Flatliners? It was Flatliners. Question 2, which car company's name roughly translates to 3 diamonds? Mitsubishi. You son of a bishi. Question 3, in what country was the Michelin Guide first published in 1900? In France. Ain't No Bump Cover, whose 1992 album is this the cover for? That's Rage Against the Machine. If you didn't notice, it's the record right up there, right over Baby Yoda next to where my daughter was standing a second ago. I put it up there as a pre-hint of what the album cover may be, but that's not always going to be the case. I don't have every album that I have an album cover for. All right, question 5. A-Rod signed a letter of intent to play for the Canes in 93, but decided to go straight to the pros with what Major League Baseball team? The Seattle Mariners. Movie clip from 94.
I come home one day and the house is completely empty. And I mean completely empty. She even took the ice cube trays out of the freezer. What kind of a sick bitch takes the ice cube trays out of the freezer?
True Lies. Question 7. What was the name of the strip club on The Sopranos? The Bada Bing. Question 8. What is the name of the Cartwright Ranch on the TV show Bonanza? The Ponderosa. That's also what they call Panchito's house, where people hang out after Seven Seas, do things. Question 9. What planet has the great dark spot? Neptune. It's right there wherever the arrow is pointing. It's not Uranus. It's Neptune. Question 10. Which artist founded the record label Aftermath Entertainment? Dr. Dre. All right, these questions are worth 2 points each, so whatever you got right times 2, figure that out and add that to your previous score. Hopefully we won't take a 20-minute break in between rounds this time. I'm going to attempt to take another commercial break, and hopefully we don't fall apart this time. So hang back.
If you're hungry and in the mood for something extraordinary, look for this symbol. And this telephone is the fastest way to Franco's original Italian pizza, day or night. If you live anywhere from Pompano to Hialeah, you can treat yourself to the best in authentic Italian dishes. Franco specializes in dishes from antipasto to veal francesa, all at reasonable prices. This symbol of excellence is in Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, North Miami Beach, North Miami, and Hialeah. Franco's, the king of pizza with home delivery day or night.
97 GTR, continuous rock and roll with Herman and McBean mornings.
No more pop scratches and ugly black buildup for these rock and roll animals.
97 GTR, all compact disc rock and roll.
Like ZZ Top, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones. Herman and McBean mornings on 97 GTR, continuous rock and roll.
Se le paró el carro. ¿Y eso cómo fue?
No sé. Yo le había echado coolant, pero se calentó.
Mire, lo voy a ayudar, porque yo tengo un tremendo coolant. La próxima vez échele Amali. Este sí es un coolant de calidad superior. Porque todos los coolant no son iguales, ¿sabes? Amali es mejor de lo que tiene que ser.
Ah, pero oiga, ¿usted no es irichacón?
Sí, y de coolant, yo sí sé. Exija Amali. Tremendo coolant.
Why settle for some of it when you can get all of it?
Get it all, get to Zare and get it all.
It's gotta be a knockout, so I got to Zare.
It's gotta last.
It's gotta have a name I know.
So we got to Zare.
Get it all,
It's gotta be a real value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
Exciting fashions, famous brands, honest quality, genuine value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
In Miami, se llama Zaire. All right, and we're back, and we made it through another set of commercials. No crashes this time. All right, hopefully you posted your scores. You enjoyed that commercial from Edie Chacon. I dug that one up just because I saw somebody arguing about who started with the big ass thing first, whether it was J-Lo or Selena, and I said, no, Edie Chacon. We may be the J-Lo generation, but our dads were the Edie Chacon generation. All right, let's get started. Round 3. It's time now to put your phones in the buckets, teléfonos en la cubeta. Round 3, question 1. In the same way that Teddy Roosevelt inspired the teddy bear, what president inspired the creation of the toys and character Billy Possum? In the same way that Teddy Roosevelt inspired the teddy bear, what president inspired the creation of the toys and character Billy Possum? All right, question 2. What book is divided into 114 chapters called surahs? And what book is divided into 114 chapters called surahs? All right, question 3. It's time now to name a celebrity. I'm going to put a picture of a celebrity up there. You know who it is. Write down their real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen them. Name this celebrity. And her real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen her.
To size. I wanna be everything you want and so much more.
I actually reached out to Miami New Times. I know one of the main sales guys there, and I sent them a message. I'm like, look, I've been doing this 17 weeks straight, trying to keep together the regulars from these 3 bars, which all advertise in your paper, and you're friends with all the owners from those places. Little shout out at some point would be cool, you know, just, hey, if you got nothing to do, I know you're stuck at home. This guy's doing trivia at home. It's the same as the one at this place or that place, whatever place you're from. But we'll see. See if that leads to anything. All right, question 4. Pygophilia is the sexual attraction to what? Pygophilia is the sexual attraction to what? I guess I'm getting over the whole crash thing now. I'm relaxing again. I'm still not going to go open that website again, but...
I wanna be everything you want and so much more. But I lie awake and
All right, question 5, as always is our... Jumbo. 6 on top, 6 on the bottom. There's our ROOMBITEGRAB. It's an actor, female or actress. Figure it out. You guys told her. Okay. Didn't look right to me for a second there.
Pavement under my feet, feeling my own heartbeat, running into the unknown, following where the love goes. Always say 3 words first, always seem to get hurt. Never think before I'm talking, never look when I'm walking on the line. If I was much wiser, I'd stop. But I know I love too hard, fall too fast. By now, as you know, I just can't take it slow. 'Cause I'm in too deep for I even know where to go. I just can't take it.
All right, hope you've either figured this out or wrote this information down so you can keep working on it. I am moving on to question 6. What punk rock pioneer and spoken word artist was born Eric Reed Butcher? Again, what punk rock pioneer and spoken word artist was born Eric Reed Butcher?
Bloodstream, maybe it's make believe, but I feel like it's always pulling me into heartbreak. Yeah, wish that I had control, loving it, let it go. But when it comes to knocking, suddenly now I'm walking on the line. If I was much wiser, I'd stop. But I know I love too hard, fall too fast. By now, as you know, I just
All right, question 7. Who is the only Playboy Playmate of the Year to also be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Who is the only Playboy Playmate of the Year to also be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? All right, question 8. Which artist designed the logo for the Chupa Chups lollipop brand? Again, which artist designed the logo for the Chupa Chups lollipop brand? Question 9. Which U.S. president was also a licensed bartender? Which U.S. president was also a licensed bartender? And finally, question 10, last question of tonight's game, something of local history, news, or facts. Some of you may get this, some of you may not, but I wanted to do this one as a tribute. Recently deceased radio pioneer George Rodriguez, known mostly as producer, sidekick, and fill-in host for the legendary Neil Rogers Show, founded what locally based streaming site that was way ahead of its time? Again, recently deceased radio pioneer George Rodriguez, known mostly as producer, sidekick, and fill-in host for the legendary Neil Rogers Show, founded what locally based streaming site that was way ahead of its time? I wanted to do that one for George. George, was an inspiration. I always listened to the show, and I even talked to him a few times when I started my... if you haven't followed it on Facebook, there's a group called When Radio Didn't Suck in South Florida, which I put together. I started it almost 10 years ago. It has a lot of old radio people on it. You can, see, they share memories, pictures, old stuff from the old days. Alan Michaels, the Will to Power guy, Bob Rosenberg is a member. I got a few people in there. So check it out. You can join. I'll approve you. I'm the moderator. I got to approve or disapprove you. All right, that's the end of round 3. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, in the same way that Teddy Roosevelt inspired the teddy bear, what president inspired the creation of the toys and character Billy Possum? Question 2, what book is divided into 114 chapters called surahs? So name this celebrity. I need her real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen her. Question 4, pagophilia is the sexual attraction to what? Where jumbo, 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Those are the letters, and it's an actor, female or actress. 6, what punk rock pioneer and spoken word artist was born Eric Reed Butcher? 7, who is the only Playboy Playmate of the Year to also be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Question 8, which artist designed the logo for the Chupa Chups lollipop brand? Question 9, which U.S. president was also a licensed bartender? And question 10, recently deceased radio pioneer George Rodriguez, known mostly as producer, sidekick, and fill-in host for the legendary Neil Rogers Show, founded what locally based streaming site that was way ahead of its time? Way ahead of its time. All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if those are the answers you want to stick with. Yeah, still got a chance to change them. Here's the links. If you want to help me out, help me out. Obviously, my computer needs some help, so throw a little bit my way if you can. If you don't have it, you can't, or you just don't like me that much, that's fine. Just keep coming to the game and playing with us. Tell your friends and enemies to come play. We got trivia online every week until we're allowed back in the bars, so you can join us then. Now it's time for the raffle. My daughter is there waiting. My son wants to win prizes. Let's get going. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. I'll pull out the first number, and we'll see what my daughter gives him. Here we go. 594, 594. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. I got worried when it stuttered there a second. All right, next one out. 576, 576. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Say it with me. You lucky me. And finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer, but he doesn't get a real beer. He gets an iron beer. Going out to the following number. 570, 570. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Not the lucky son of a Bernie raffle. Tonight's game.
Opalaka Hialeah is the place to do. Every time you go, you find something new. Opalaka Hialeah. Opalaka Hialeah is the you and me.
It's always been my favorite one of all of them. That and the Sucia one. All right, let's go over the answers from round 3. Question 1 was, in the same way Teddy Roosevelt inspired the teddy bear, what president inspired creation of the toys and character Billy Possum? Taft. Question 2, what book is divided into 114 chapters called surahs? The Quran or the Quran. I used to know, he was Pakistani and he was Muslim, and his best friend was Indian and from India. And somehow those two were best friends, even though their countries hate each other. And the funny thing about the Indian guy is that we took him to eat, and he ordered vaca frita. And I'm like, do you realize that's fried cow? You were supposed to worship those things, not eat them. That's a story for another day. Some of you out there know them. All right, name this celebrity. That is Olivia Munn. Question 4, pygophilia is the sexual attraction to what? To butts or ass or irichacon. Or jumble. 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Room bite grab. I want that room where you bite and grab. That is Margot Robbie. There it is. Thought I got stuck there. I was worried there. All right, question 6. What punk rock pioneer and spoken word artist was born Eric Reed Butcher? Jello Biafra. And those from 7 Seas know that guy as Benny. It looks like Benny, right? Question 7. Who is the only Playboy Playmate of the Year to also be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Jenny McCarthy. Question 8. Which artist designed the logo for the Chupa Chups lollipop brand? Dolly. I got a Dolly. $1. $. Ended up in the Hungry Sailor for a second there. Question 9. Which U.S. president was also a licensed bartender? Abraham Lincoln. Question 10. Recently deceased radio pioneer George Rodriguez, known mostly as producer, sidekick, and fill-in host for the legendary Neil Rogers Show, founded what locally based streaming site that was way ahead of its time? He founded SoFloRadio.com. I know most of you didn't know that. But I thought it was the only way I can think of to put him in the game and honor him in some way because... He died. So rest in peace, George Rodriguez is way ahead of his time. That website had a daily, locally produced talk shows every, on the internet way before Spotify, way before any of that. All right. These questions are 5 points each, so multiply whatever you got right times 5. Post your score in the comments, and I'll be back after one last commercial break, and I'll be back with the chug-off.
Come enjoy the rides and the wonderful lights, food, rides, and so much more. All the Christmas spirit you'll find it here. On Palmetto, Bird Road at Tropical Park. One price, all rides free.
I have found my new car. The Chrysler LeBaron series for 1982. They are like no other cars in America, Europe, or Japan. No other car combines LeBaron's high mileage, luxury, and Sit 6. LeBaron has better mileage than every gasoline-powered Mercedes-Benz, Audi 5000, or Toyota Cressida. Lee Iacocca's dream to combine high mileage and luxury is a reality at a surprising price. The 1982 Chrysler LeBaron series. My new car.
You know why I come to Lum's, good buddy? They grill the steaks just perfect. And the fish fried dinner is so tender and delicious. I love the juicy roast beef sandwich piled high with that thinly sliced roast beef. I like it when Mommy and Daddy take me to Lum's. The burgers are great. You and your kids get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
You get a choice. You get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
Compact disc sale of the year. Thousands of titles for only $8.99. All types of music. Rock, country, soul, jazz, classical, vocal, big band, pop. Hundreds of artists. Something for everyone. CDs for only $8.99. Come into Peaches now while the best selection's available.
All right, we're back. I'm not even going to turn my camera on. We're going to go straight to a classic chug-off. This is from 5 years ago, back in March of 2015. Hope you enjoy it.
Somebody from Pork and Beans and somebody from Bring Back the Irish Nachos. Are you going to chug off? Pork and Beans on this side. Somebody from the Irish Nachos. Not you, that's not your team. It's not. We're going to have a girl against girl tonight. Are you, all right? Oh. It's a good bluff. Get out of here, Alan. All right. Can I get some room here? Each one of you needs to grab a beer. And then when I say go, chug it as fast as you can without spilling. What?
Do we cheers each other or anything?
So you get close. When I say go, chug as fast as you can without spilling. The first one to put the empty, and very important, empty cup on top of that counter wins the $25 gift card. So 1, 2, go! Alright, she got it. That's all right. Chug up, winner. Let me give you your $25 gift card.
Like I said, that was 5 years ago. If you notice, my wife was in the back. She's here with me right now. Let me put the camera back on her. Come in. It's our 16th wedding anniversary. Again, thoughts and prayers to Linda because she has to tolerate Alan. There's Liz. She just happens to be in the picture. You can ignore that. But thoughts and prayers to Linda because she has to deal with Alan. That's the one you need to focus on. Put all your hate towards him. Show love to her, but show hate to him. Again, thanks for joining us online. Thanks for watching. To me, you're all the winners for joining us. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Trivia Miami. You can search for Trivia Miami on YouTube. It will not be on as early as normal because I'm going to go out right now and take a cruise with the wife. I will do the edit later tonight and put it up tonight, so tell Trick Nasty to hold on. It'll be on later. And as always, and you can also follow us at TriviaMiami.com. And as we always say,
Fuck Hector.
and we all always say,
Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector.
remember,
Mi papel de trole para limpiarse el culo.
any little bit helps. If you want to throw something our way, it's our anniversary. It's also my daughter's birthday on Tuesday. She is turning 14, so any little bit helps. Those are the links. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. That's fine. Just keep joining us every Friday here. Tell your friends, tell everybody, and especially tell the bar owners that we are keeping trivia alive during this whole thing. Good night, everybody, and thank you. And I'm going to let Cox on the radio sign us off.
Have yourself a real nice day. And if you want to smile some, listen to Power 96.